Hello and welcome to Kids Corner. It's Shirley again here with Sir Winston, and we have his friend the kangaroo. And in honor of the occasion, I'm wearing my Australian t-shirt. Now, I think I've mentioned before that the animals at my place think that they would like to have their own toilet paper roll animal for Noah's Ark. And so today, it's the turn of the kangaroo. And this kangaroo has her little Joey with her in her pouch. Kangaroos are marsupials. That means that when their young is born, that they crawl into their mother's pouch, and that's where they finish developing because they're born often without any fur, very, very small. It took Sir Winston and I quite a bit of practice to figure out how to do it. These are a couple of kangaroo toilet paper rolls that we practiced on. So to make your toilet paper roll kangaroo, you're going to need, of course, a toilet paper roll. You're going to need crayons or markers or paint, a ruler, clothespins, pencil, scrap paper, some cardboard or bristle board, depending on what you have in the house, but you need something that's firmer than paper because this is what the legs are going to be made out of. And since the kangaroo is going to stand on their legs, they need something that's firm. But you have to be able to color or paint both sides. In a pinch, you can probably use a second toilet paper roll. And of course, you'll need scissors and a really good glue. Now the kangaroo has quite a few parts that can be a little challenging to describe. So what I did was I created a pattern of the parts. And if you would like to have the pattern, please email me at the address that will be at the end of the video so that you can get your own pattern to work with. So, like every other toilet paper roll animal, we're going to start with the toilet paper roll, and you need to check that you don't have any paper left on it. So, we have already painted one. And the design that we're going to use is we think about where the face of the kangaroo is going to go, and we'll sort of paint on that face, and you'll see that there's a chin left below. And our kangaroo has a white belly, so we've just left that unpainted, and we've painted all the way around the rest of it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the pouch on our kangaroo. So the pouch is roughly this shape. It's just more than 1 inch or 3 centimeters across the bottom, wider across the top, going out on an angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our serious glue and we're going to put glue along the sides and the top. Now for this glue, I'm just kind of going to spread it out a bit with a toothpick because it comes out in a bead. I'm going to pick up our kangaroo or our toilet paper roll, and the bottom goes right along the bottom of the toilet paper roll in about the middle of the white space. And then going to bend it a little so that the top of it sticks out. And this is where our clothespin is going to come in handy because we're going to need to pin one piece of it in place so our fingers can't be everywhere. And the other piece, and then we're going to have to hold it a few minutes till it dries. So this is the benefit of having a heavier glue, is that we hope that it's going to stick, but you can see you need to keep your fingers busy while you're doing this. So now I think it's stuck down enough that I can take off my fingers. So what we'll do is that we'll do the little Joey that goes inside the pouch. And so really all you're going to see is his neck and his head. So it's almost like we're going to draw them on a stick, and you're going to paint both sides of the little Joey because you might be able to see the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black marker and I'm going to draw a little nose on him, and the nose is kind of like a flattened circle. So you can imagine the circle that somebody pressed their hand down on. And then I'm going to put 2 little dots above it for his eyes. You can see that, and that's going to be our Joey. And we'll unfasten our pouch. And we'll tuck him in. There we go. Now, our kangaroo is actually going to sit on his legs. And so what you want to do is to take your ruler and put a little mark where it's decided he's going to sit up about 1 centimeter. So you're going to put a little mark right at the edge here. You're going to take your other leg that goes off the different way, and you're going to mark up 1 centimeter on that. Because that marks where you want the edge of the toilet paper roll to be. And then we're going to put some glue on it. So remember not to come down below that line. I'm going to put glue along the edge. Now you're not going to go in very, very far with the glue, because the toilet paper roll curves. So you're going to put the toilet paper roll, you want your leg kind of where it will cover the edge of the pouch. Check to see where your line is. And you want to try to make it so that the bottom of your leg is straight. Take a clothespin, fasten that leg on. Then you take your other leg. Look where you've made the mark to line that up with the end of the toilet paper roll. Again, covering the edge of your pouch. And fasten that with your other clothespin. So just kind of hold the top of that down for a couple of minutes to make sure that it's dry and it's not going to pop up on you. There, our top of our legs seem to be held down, so we'll leave the clothespin on for a few minutes longer. So why don't we do the nose and the eyes? Now those can be out of scrap paper, and if you look at our pattern, our eyes, little circles, and the nose again is like that flattened circle. So our nose is going to be black, Remember, this is where you want to do it over some scrap paper so that you're not coloring the table. And then our eyes, the pupils in them are going to be black, so we're going to do the circle inside the circle. And if you want to leave a little light space to see where the light catches, you can draw a little circle inside the pupil and not color it in. Now the iris, the colored part of the eye on the kangaroo is brown, so we take our brown and we go around the edge of the eye. And so we're going to put some glue. Now I had put some glue down in my paper and use my toothpick, and we put the nose right there. Press it down, make sure it's fastened. And then if you look at our kangaroo, his eyes kind of are further apart to the side. Just going to take a bit of glue. And I'm going to put on the other one. And you need to try to get it on the same level. Press down. Now what he's missing is his ears. And they actually have fairly sized ears for them. And you can see that on this kangaroo, it's white on the inside of his ear. So what I've done is I've painted the back all brown, but at the front, I've just gone around the edge and left white. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the back of the ear. And his ears kind of come out on an angle, so we're going to put them on an angle from the eye. Press down for a second so that the glue will stick. Pick up the other ear. Again, remember glue on the bottom of the back. And an angle out from the other eye. Press for a few minutes to hold it down. There we go. Now the moment of truth. Let's take off our clothespins. There. He sits down fairly evenly. Now the other thing that a kangaroo has is a great big tail. And he uses that for some balance. So how we're going to put on the tail is we're going to turn to the back, pick up our scissors, and in the center of our back, we're going to make a cut up on the bottom. We're going to take our tail and we're going to put it up that cut. There. And here is our kangaroo. Shall we have a little prayer together? If you could bow your heads and repeat after me. Loving God, thank you for the animals. Thank you for the beauty of this world. Thank you for the people who look after me and others. help me look after other people and your world. Help me when I'm feeling sad and lonely. Amen. And we'll see you next time at Kids Corner.